Hi students, I wanted to give you a look at Blackboard accessed through your phone through the Blackboard mobile app. And what we're looking at right here is two different Blackboard apps. One is just called Blackboard and the other is called Blackboard Instructor. To log into Blackboard, the app, you're going to have to search up Miami-Dade College if you haven't logged in before. When you get there, it's going to make you web login and it will take you to this page that you've seen so many times before. And once you've logged in to Blackboard one time on the app, your login is good for a long time. You won't have to go back to this web login page for quite some time. And then we'll click out of the web app. And now I'm going to take you to Blackboard Instructor. And the reason that I'm doing that is because it's the only way that I can show you how Blackboard looks to you. So this is a list of my current classes that I'm teaching, and you're taking one of these classes. And so we're going to open up one of the classes so that you can see how it looks in the app. So this is the landing page for your philosophy class on the mobile app. And the most important item here is the course content. That's where you access all the items. This menu that comes up right here is the same menu, the course navigation menu, that comes up when you are in the Blackboard regular web browser environment. And here the lesson modules are very important. This is where you spend most of the time in the class. So let's go ahead and take a look at the lesson modules. At the time I'm recording this, we're in Module 3, Philosophy of Religion, but we're about to finish it, so I want to show you Module 4, which is the lesson that you'll be working in next week. As you can see, here's the entire module, and unlike on a web browser, you're going to have to click and then close each one of these items individually. It will not page through for you. The top thing is always the header page for the module that tells you what will be going on during all the weeks of the module. This is the first module that we spend an entire month on. There will be 4 weeks worth of lessons eventually inside this module, and you can see all the due dates as a reminder right there for you. Okay, we closed that page by clicking the X at the top, and we're back here at the module page, and we're going to go to the header for the lesson for the week. It's week 7, I believe, of the semester. And here you find out what you'll be doing specifically for 1 week worth of work. You're going to be introduced to the topic of epistemology. You're going to read about Plato's theory of knowledge. And right here you get a reminder about exactly which pages you want to be reading in the Norton introduction, along with a description of all the assignments that you'll be finishing during that week of the lesson. Okay, we click to close the page. And here we go. We're going to open up our first video. It's 6 minutes and 10 seconds long, and it introduces us to the topic of epistemology. And at first it doesn't load very nicely, but then you can see on your phone it loads really nicely so that you can watch the video. Okay, I'll click us out of that, and then we can go to our second video. The way the videos from the textbook are made, what you have up there at the top is just a screenshot to make sure that you get to the correct video. It's actually the link that you need to click in order to get to the authored videos. Then we need to scroll down and look for the author and the title. And then let's wait for this video to load. And you can see that's how it will appear to you on your phone. And again, we'll click the X at the top to back ourselves out of this. We have to click a couple times. And then if we remember where we left off, we'll go to our textbook, and you can see it takes you through the Blackboard environment, and that takes you down to our textbook. And we know we're starting epistemology, so we go to Part 2, Epistemology, and the reading for this week is in Chapter 3. So we're going to log into our ebook, and when you click forward, it's going to take you to two different readings, and I want to show you. So this first page that we're back on now, this is the entire section, What is Knowledge? It's those first pages that you're asked to read. It takes a little while to load, but once you do, you'll scroll all the way down through that section. It happens to be that our next reading is the very next section. So as you can see, there's the Play-Doh. That's not always going to be true. You have to skip around in the chapters some. But once it loads, once again, we get us all the way through the reading itself. If we click forward one page, here are the questions to test your understanding. They're great for helping you get ready for the quiz. And then notes and questions to help you understand the reading more clearly. And then this is actually going to be the reading for the following week. So when you hit that page, you know you're done reading for the week. About the test your understanding questions, I believe there are answers in the back of the book to each of those questions. So they're a really good way for you to study and stay on top of what you learn in the reading. Okay, this week I wanted to try a little something different for you. Oh no, we're not there yet. These are the slides that give you the introduction to epistemology. They're located in an app called Nearpod. And you'll see in a moment here, it will load the slides for you. In order to get to the slides, please put in your name, just like that, and then scroll down just a little to the Join Lesson option. And you can see it offers you the slides right there. On your phone, it doesn't look like it gives you the option to full screen them. What I'm finding is sometimes if too many students join that lesson at the same time, you might be locked out of the lesson. Instead, then you'll want to go down and join the Nearpod with the code. That's another way to get into the same lesson, just a different session. So there we go. Okay, something a little different. I have 2 pages on this. The first is just the instructions. The second is the link. This is a game called Something Something Soup Something, made by a philosopher, and it's going to help us work on definitions. If you are a little video game challenged like I am, there is a portion at the beginning called the signal decoder, and I had a hard time getting through it at first. So if you happen to hit that wall, go ahead and watch the walkthrough that helps you get through to the main portion of the game, the soup generator. For those of you who are going to do that lesson on a web browser, this game will load nicely for you, but it turns out on the mobile app it won't load so nicely for you. So what I recommend is saving that part to when you're actually at a computer or a device with a full web browser. There we are. And I will click out of it so we can get back to the next part of the lesson, one that's familiar to you by now, your pack-back questions. And these load pretty nicely here on the mobile app, just as they do on Blackboard through the web browser. And if you give it a minute, you see the bar loading right there, it'll take you through Blackboard and straight to pack-back. First you get the pack-back page, and then if you take a little bit longer and just wait, it will load pack-back with our section number and the student questions from your class. There you go. It'll look like that. Okay. Quizzes. All right. So it's useful to see the details of the quiz from this page, but quizzes are an item you can't take on the Blackboard mobile app because they have a due date, I think is why, or because they are timed. But anyway, not my favorite part of Blackboard. Also, you'll see an odd thing, which is for some reason the image I have that says quiz shows on the mobile app as a link to how to make a BuzzFeed quiz. And you do not need to click that link. It's just a link to a picture, and it's not the link to take the quiz. The link to take the quiz would be down where it says preview, but again, it's not going to let you take the quiz from the mobile app. Sorry about that. It's just a limitation of Blackboard. But it does remind you the due date, how many attempts, how many points it is, and how much time you get for your attempt. You won't see the visible to students. Okay, And the last thing in the lesson for next week is the instructions for essay number 2. Essay number 2 has a due date of November 1st, and the rough draft is due the week before that, which I believe is October 25th. And here are the instructions so you can start thinking about the topics as you're reading. So these things load very nicely in the mobile app. So once you get to this page, you just need to click on the essay number 2 instructions and topic choices, and you'll see that it loads a Word document for you pretty nicely, I think. And there's topic A, topic B, and then the other information and reminders about how to do the essay assignments. Okay, I'm backing us out of the lesson modules and putting us into the announcements, reminding you to read the Monday messages. And I also want to show you that My Grades looks really nice in Blackboard. Here you go. It shows you which items are available on the web only, which items you can take from the mobile app. And I think that's everything I need to show you, and I hope this is helpful. Let me know if you have questions.